The shootout in Queens lands 2 NYPD officers in the hospital where they are recovering tonight. Police say they were trying to help a victim of domestic violence. And we're learning more about the gunman who was shot and killed in the altercation. CBS 2's Bauman live in Springfield Gardens. Allie.
Maurice, the police commissioner, says both officers are in need of surgery, but they are expected to be okay. One was shot in his hands, the other in his thigh. Authorities say those 2 domestic violence officers were here in the suspect's house with his wife for 6 minutes when the suspect walked in and started shooting.
The policeman, the cops running to and fro, and there was cars, ambulance, and everything going backward and forward.
Police swarm 179th Street off Guy R. Brewer Boulevard Tuesday, moments after 2 officers were shot inside of a home there. One neighbor described to us off camera.
We heard about a couple of shots were fired, and then a whole bunch of police that came.
This is the man who authorities say opened fire first, 41-year-old Rondell Goppy, a peace officer for the City University of New York. Sources tell us Goppy's wife reported him to the 105th Precinct Tuesday morning after they got into an argument overnight about infidelity and the fight turned physical. At 12:40 p.m., 2 domestic violence officers accompanied Goppy's wife home so she could pack a bag.
At the time that they entered the house, the suspect was not at the residence. The subject returned to the residence, walks in the door of the residence, and begins shooting at the 2 officers.
The officers returned fire, killing Goppy. His wife was not injured.
Because those officers were there, that woman is alive. And I say God bless them.
Investigators say Goppy was a licensed gun owner. They recovered 2 of his registered guns from the scene. While he had no criminal record, sources tell us Goppy's weapons had been taken away as a result of prior domestic violence complaints, but they were later returned to him by the court.
I know something was wrong with him since last Wednesday. He just didn't seem the same.
A friend of the suspect came to the scene in his defense Tuesday night, telling us Goppy was active in the community and even gave out toys to kids affected by domestic violence. She said Goppy recently divulged to her fears of losing custody of his own 2 children.
I guess he broke. He was just tired. He couldn't take anymore. But that's not the person I know.
It's unclear if his children were home during the shooting. Police are also investigating what happened with those prior 911 calls to this house. As for those 2 police officers, they are expected to recover. We're told they have 6 and 14 years with the NYPD. We're live in Springfield Gardens, Queens. Bauman, CBS 2 News.
Allie, thank you.